Thank you, friends. On our previous video, we looked at how to find the coordinates of a point that divides a line internally. Now we're going to look at how to find the coordinates of a point that divides a line externally. Now let's look at how we're going to do that. So the question says a point T divides a line P, A, B, and Q, C, D externally. And of course, you can see I've underlined the word externally in the ratio RS R to S, find the coordinates of T. So T is the point that divides the line externally. Maybe let me draw the diagram again so that you might understand it very well how it comes about. The first thing you do is to draw the line PQ. So we're going to have a straight line P, and P is A, B. And then another one Q is going to be, or we've been given as C, D. And then we have a point T that divides this line externally. So you extend it. What other people would rather say you extrapolate, but you extend it another point T. So the point T you can mark as point X, Y. That's the coordinate of point T. Once you have those points, then we've been told that in the ratio R to S, so the ratio is R to S. Remember, ratio can also be written in fraction form. So R to S can also be represented as R over S. That's very key. Where R is the one that comes first. So I'm going to use it to represent the bigger side and S the smaller side. So just the same way we did in our previous video on finding the coordinates of a line that divides or the coordinates of a point that divides a line internally in a given ratio. We started by drawing triangles. So here we also draw triangles. So this is going to be our bigger triangle. So we can maybe give this point such as M. And then at Q, we're also going to have another triangle. We can call it maybe this point as point N. So let's start. How are we going now to find the coordinates of point T, X, Y? The first thing is this one. You see, you have two triangles. These are triangle PMT and triangle QNT. So we say the line PM, if you want to know the length of the base of this triangle, PM, you will take the coordinates of X and then get the difference. So X minus A. Here this is XY, here we also have XY. So you realize that the value of X here is X, and the value of X here is A. Maybe to make you understand, if you have a Cartesian plane like this, and then you have a triangle in the Cartesian plane, runs like this. So maybe here is 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Let's say that 5. So this triangle, I'm going to use it to explain. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So if here is point A, and then point B, and then point C. If you want to know the length AB, assuming here this is the length we've been given as 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to know the length, you'll take 4, use the coordinate of this point B, 4 minus A. And the coordinate of point B is the same as coordinate of point C because they are on a straight line. That's what's happening here. The coordinate of X is going to be X. The coordinate of M is X. So we're going to have X minus A to give you what's known as PM will be equals to X minus A. And then another thing you need to add is XQN. So how are we going to get QN? We'll take X minus C. So QN will be equals to X minus C. Why am I finding these two values? Because if you get the ratio PM divided by QN, then this ratio should be equals to R divided by X, which we've been given. And so you'll say that PM, what's our PM? PM is X minus A over QN, what's our QN? X minus C should be equals to R over X. So how do we get the value of X? You cross multiply. you're going to have s into x minus a equals to r into x minus c. So if you open the bracket, you will have sx minus sa is equal to rx minus rc. So x are similar. So you can take this x value on the other side and then bring this one on this other side. So you're going to have this RC, if it comes this side, it becomes positive, minus SA equals RX. This one is positive, so if it goes this side, it's going to be negative, minus SX. And you can see X and X common. So you can say that RC is equals to SA, RC minus SA is equals to X into R minus S. Divide both sides by R minus S, R minus S, and X will be equal to, you cancel those ones, then you remain with RC minus SA over R minus S as our value. So friends, that's how we do the equation. That's how we get the X coordinate of the point T that divides the line externally. Now let's look at how to find the coordinate, the Y coordinate of point T. To get the Y coordinate of point T, we will say if you have Y, this Y, of course you can see it's on the top, it's on the on the top of point P. T is on top of point P. If we were to draw a Cartesian plane, then we can say that C is on top of B. So the value of C is greater than the value of P. So how do we get the length of MT? You say that MT will be equal to Y minus, we're going to go to MT B, that's Y minus B will give you this length, and then that's the length of the bigger triangle. So the length of the smaller triangle will become Y minus B. So that's going to be MT will be equals to Y minus B. Why am I finding this two? Remember, the main reason is to get what's known as the ratios. So you see that MT divided by NT should be equals to Y minus B all over Y minus B, and this is the same as R divided by S. So let us take these two and compare. So you can have Y minus B over Y minus B equals to R over S, and then you cross multiply and you have S into Y minus B be equal R into Y minus B. So we're going to have Sy minus Sb is equals to Ry minus Rb. Again, Y and Y common, so you bring this Y on this other side, this on this other side. So we're going to have Rb minus Sb be equals to Ry minus Sy. You can see Y is common, so you have Rb minus Sb is equals to Y into R minus S. Divide both sides by R minus S by R minus S, and Y will be equals to Rb minus Sb over R minus S as our answer. So the two values of X and Y, you can say that now point T, the values of X, Y is equals to, the first value of X, we say it's going to be RC minus SA over R minus S, then B will become, maybe let me write to the top so that it becomes visible. So we're going to have point T, X, Y be equal, the first point going to have x as RC minus SA over R minus S, and the y coordinate will be found as RB minus R minus SD, over R minus S. And that's how we solve the equation of a point that divides a line externally. Thank you. Our next video is going to be on parabolas, so stay tuned and see how we're going to handle questions on parabolas. Thank you.